Tonight on KVUE News at 5, newly released body camera video provides another perspective of law enforcement's response to the deadly school shooting in Uvalde.
Thank you for joining us for KVUE News at 5. I'm Ashley Goodo.
And I'm Quita Culpepper. Brian has the night off.
In just a few moments, we will show you some of the body camera video released by the city of Uvalde from May 24th. These video clips were selected and edited by the city of Uvalde for release.
Now, the footage shows officers responding outside and inside Robb Elementary School. You will hear a few gunshots, but you will not hear or see any of the victims inside the school.
Now, we are continuing to search for answers and transparency about what happened inside the school and why it took officers more than an hour to confront a gunman who killed the people on your screen, 19 students and 2 teachers.
Now, we do want to warn you, the videos you're about to see might be hard for you to watch. And the first clip we're going to show you is footage from SWAT Commander Eduardo Canales entering the school shortly after the gunman went inside.
And the gunman shot at him and other officers. Canales suffered an injury to his ear. Take a look.
Am I bleeding? Am I bleeding? Am I bleeding? My wife's classroom.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Newly obtained body camera and surveillance video shows law enforcement's response to the mass shooting at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde.
The state committee investigating that response calls it chaotic and lackadaisical. 19 students and 2 teachers were killed in that attack.
Fox 7 Austin Shannon Ryan is joining us live from the state capitol with our top story tonight. Shannon.
Mike, Rebecca, in the committee's 80-page report, they say there was no one on scene who was obviously in charge directing law enforcement's response.
Shots fired in the building. I heard somebody say someone was shot in the head. Which building? I don't know. They haven't said anything. Hey, we're going in or we're staying here? What are we doing?
Several newly released videos show law enforcement at Uvalde's Robb Elementary School on May 20th.
Today, police across Texas are reacting to the just released state report on the mass school shooting in Uvalde. It found systemic failures at all levels of law enforcement contributed to a botched response.
CBS Austin's Fred Cantu says police leaders are disappointed by the report but aren't challenging the findings.
The new report broadly blasted the nearly 400 law enforcement officers who responded to the Uvalde.
What are we doing here? New body camera video from the Uvalde Police Department showing officers questioning the response outside of a door at the school at 11:56 a.m. That is 54 minutes before officers entered the classroom and killed the gunman. What else we are just now learning from these body camera videos.
And where it got so hot today, it melted the airport tarmac and delayed flights.
And even hotter weather today than what we had over the weekend. And these temperatures keep rising in first warning weather.
111, 112 is on the right. As soon as you walk in.
We need to get these kids out of here.
Hours of new body camera footage lay bare the chaotic response to a school shooting in Uvalde, and it raises even more questions about why it took so long for officers to confront the gunman. Last night, just 2 minutes of Uvalde body cam video had been released, and from that, we heard a Uvalde officer urging other officers to go into that classroom minutes after the gunman entered Robb Elementary.
And today we have been reviewing hours of new body cam videos, and they paint a new understanding of what really was going on there. KXAN's Monica Madden has been watching these videos for several hours, and they are from 7 Uvalde police body camera videos. Right, Monica?
Right, Robert, and as I've been reviewing this body cam video all day, it's just absolutely astounding to see the clear urgency at the beginning of the response transform into confusion and ultimately inaction. And I do want to warn you that some of this video is very difficult to watch.
New police body cam footage from the May 24th massacre at Robb Elementary shows an immediate sense of urgency at 11:37 a.m., 4 minutes after the gunman.
happening now. In just a matter of minutes, the Uvalde CISD school board is meeting. Parents will get the chance to voice their concerns as the next school year is being delayed without any changes since the shooting at Robb Elementary. KENS 5 reporter Troy Kless is live in Uvalde. He tells us what to expect and how yesterday's interim report of the shooting may play a role in tonight's discussions. Troy.
Well, Deborah, in just the last couple of minutes, we've seen some families start to trickle into the auditorium behind us. Like you said, they'll get the chance to ask questions about what's going to change after the shooting. According to that interim report released by the Texas House Committee this weekend, some of their policies were not followed on May 24th and long before that. The report says that Robb Elementary had a culture of non-compliance with safety policies requiring doors to be kept locked.
We're going to begin, though, with a breaking news alert involving the Uvalde school shooting. First at 5, the Department of Public Safety, DPS, announcing it will conduct an internal review of the actions of dozens of troopers who responded to the Robb Elementary shooting.
91 state troopers were identified at the scene on May 24th, more than all the Uvalde officers combined. As of now, though, no troopers have been suspended. DPS did not give a time frame as to when that review would be complete. And in about 30 minutes, the people of Uvalde are going to get a chance to ask their questions and raise their concerns over school safety.
The Uvalde School District holding a board meeting tonight, but before it gets started, they're actually going to take questions. Our Lee Waldman joins us live from the John H. Harrell Auditorium in Uvalde, where that meeting is taking place. Lee, this is the first time since the district announced safety changes last week that the community is actually getting a chance to talk with them.
Exactly. The district announced last week that the kids who attended Robb Elementary will be going to a different school for this upcoming school year. They also announced plans to utilize a $1 million gift from the Las Vegas Raiders to pay for safety.
5, we're here for you.
Digging deeper for truth, we take a closer look at the police body cam footage from the hallways of Robb Elementary. What more we're learning about the Uvalde school tragedy.
And the ripple effect of the mass shooting in Uvalde, plus the updated safety protocols by one local school district.
There were many officers at that scene who were either denied access to the building, were told misinformation, some were even told false information.
An extensive 82-page report highlighting what's believed to be a systemic failure by law enforcement officials. Good evening, and thank you for joining us on News 4 San Antonio. I'm Simone D'Alba.
And I'm Jonathan Martinez. News 4 San Antonio's Matt Roy joins us with a breakdown of some of the key points of that report, also why experts say this is nowhere near the end of the story.
There was a lack of effective overall command that day.
The committee found...
Developing now, just released body cam footage shows the desperate attempts to get inside of the barricaded classroom. News 4 troubleshooter Emily Bauckham is here to show you the response through officers' eyes. Good evening, Emily.
Simone, the video shows from multiple perspectives the agonizing 77 minutes it took to confront the attacker. We want to be clear, we are not going to play for you graphic images or the sounds of gunshots. Uvalde's mayor decided to release this video yesterday afternoon, just hours after the State House preliminary report came out. Altogether, footage from seven different City of Uvalde police officers. It shows the first wave of officers running into the school and taking fire. You see first responders breaking windows here and evacuating kids. You also see in real time the desperate search for a key to the barricaded classroom. Inside the building, school police chief Pete Arredondo fumbles with a set of keys. None of them work. Coming up tonight at 6, hear for the first time what Arredondo told an officer about the shockingly easy access the gunman had to the classroom. I'm News 4 troubleshooter Emily Bauckham.
Emily.